Hey there, I'm Chris, and welcome back to another Anoximally MC stream. And we are going to find some diamonds. More specifically, the diamonds that we found at the very end of last stream, but actually didn't pick up. Because kinda need those. So I think it'll be the last one that I did on the right. Yeah. Super weird. Right, diamonds. 2 diamonds. 3, 4. Whoa. I do not want to be sacrificing my diamonds to the lava. Just block that off. Okay. So this would be the other side. Actually, we really should just get out of this chunk, because we know that there's not going to be any more. How do you show chunks again? Is it F3G? Yeah. So actually it looks like those diamonds were in their own chunk right here, so let's see if there won't be diamonds there. Let's see, how long is a chunk? Is it 16? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 14, 15. What? How did I lose count? Okay. So this is the beginning of a chunk. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Alright. So we don't need to dig in that direction until we get past that. At least not all the way in. Because we still... Dang it. We could still have found diamonds there, but whatever. Alright, 4 diamonds. How close does that get us to... I don't know what I was gonna say. I think I'll remember when I get back. Let's see. Oh yeah. I wonder how close we are now to full diamond tools and armor. So that's probably the biggest thing that we need right now. So we have 7 right now. Man, that's like... That's not even the chest plate. Is it raining? Yeah. Okay, get rid of those. So... need to do something else. Oh yeah. I remember one of the things that I was planning on doing. Need to go to... Let me check. If I did it right here. This works. Right. So I think I'm gonna make it out of wood. And our goal is to make it to over there so that we can start a mob farm. That way, up there will be the food stuff. Might have enough wood to do that. At least I hope so. Man. Actually, it looks like this is not going to match up. So what I'm gonna do right here is actually, it's gonna drop down a level. Wow. Didn't die. So through here. Looks like it will match up with this level. I think this one will match up with it. Yeah. And that will be stairs. Or we could even make it slabs. But I think stairs would make more sense. Right. Now here's the big question. Should it be 4 wide? Let's see. I think so. I think that 4 wide is the move. Right, so that will all be stairs. And that will push it onto another 4 wide. How did that do damage to me, but the giant jump that I did earlier did nothing? Man, the rain is killing the stream. Can I fix that? Is it decreased particles? Nope. Maybe I have to turn particles off. Nope. Actually, you know what? I think that I could only get rid of them with, what's it called? It's the, it's the thing that lets you zoom in. what's it called? I'm gonna have to look it up. Minecraft increase performance. What's it called? Optifine. Gah. Took too long. Can't believe I had to look it up. I think you might only be able to do that in Optifine. So, we're stuck inside. Unless I just say screw it and go outside. Which I think I'm gonna do. Except I don't really have a reason to go outside except to look for a village. We could do different things. And I vote for different things. We'll set this mob farm bridge idea aside for now. In favor of searching for a nether fortress. Man, I'm gonna miss this nether. I mean, there's not really much to do in it, but it's nostalgic, you know? Let's see. I don't know the best strategies for finding a nether fortress. But doubling back and going back to where you came from is probably not it. I might actually be able to increase my render distance down here. That doesn't look like it's killing stuff too bad. Should make it easier to spot stuff. You know what? I'ma just say screw it. Max render distance. Kill everything. Man. I thought that was my computer for a second making that sound. But I think it's just somebody mowing. Man. Still have 0 dropped frames, so it's not lagging the stream, it's just destroying the game. Haven't seen ghasts yet in this playthrough, I believe. Well, I've been here apparently. I do not recognize it. It's times like this that I miss playing modded, because those maps are super helpful. But then it's like, oh yeah, modded is hard. All the the recipes are super complicated. Uh-oh. I wasn't even in that. If I die... It's... Stop? Okay. Too close. Too close for comfort. I think the only time that has ever happened is when I'm on the edge of soul sand. So, I need to stop doing that. I thought that stuff didn't hurt you if you had boots on, or is it if you crouch? Oh, it's just if you crouch in general. Oh my gosh. Okay. That's epic. Right. I go down to this. And go back in. I just want a nether fortress. It's not that much to ask. Or is it? I think the worst thing about this is that I didn't bring a iron pickaxe. So I can't really destroy stuff to help myself maneuver. I think I've been here. Maybe not. Hello? Hello? Nether fortress? Right. Somebody told me they would be commenting every 5 minutes. They're not here. Kind of making me sad. Or are they? Nope. Just one viewer. Which is me looking at the preview. So it doesn't count. And even if I found another fortress right now, I am so far away from my portal that I would just be very confused. Alright, what's this music about? Kind of forgot to put the music in the description, but I did that with last stream and nothing really happened to it. So, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. why the lava was trying to hit me. It was on a warpath to murder me. Like, there's no other reasonable explanation. Yeah, dude, like, big, empty lava pits like this are usually where you'd see a nether fortress. Like, I have got to be one of the unluckiest people in Minecraft. Is that just a random... Whoa. Something just broke my helmet. What is that? Is that just a random gravel block out there? Uh-oh. How? I don't get it. I'm not even touching it. Is soul sand, like, lower than other blocks? So that it does that? Like, that's not supposed to happen, right? I'm gonna go find lava. Look. Why? It's gotta be the soul sand. Just to see if I'm not going crazy and am somehow managing to fall in the lava. That's not what I need to make. Man, the increased render distance really kills me when I'm up here. I need to fix my CPU. Alright. Soul sand. Like, it's actually ridiculous. Look. I don't get it. Like, it's not visibly lower. Oh. Maybe it's because you kind of sink when you're on it. So the block is not visibly lower, but the character sinks into it a little bit, which just gets it into the lava's hitbox. Man, that's really dumb. Is it the same with normal sand? Learning some obscure Minecraft trivia here. Alright, it doesn't. It's just soul sand. Alright. Good to know. Soul sand sucks. Stay away from it. Don't touch it. Get away. If you see it, run as far away as possible. which means that instead of doing that, because I don't think we're gonna find another fortress on this world, so I'm just gonna try to find a village, which will probably be equally as unlucky in finding one of those. Man, this is one of the first songs that I ever edited into my YouTube videos. It'll probably take some digging, but the Minecraft Amplified Survival series, that was one of my first series and was actually a multiplayer series with my friend Michael. That actually had this song in it. And in the very first episode, at the beginning, right after we do the intro, he punches me off a cliff. And I scream. So, watch it to hear me scream, if not for any other reason. Oh, a woodland mansion. Not a mansion, just a dark forest. I think this is a dark forest. Yeah, which is where woodland mansions are. So I think I meant to say we could find a woodland mansion. Which, I mean, I wouldn't complain. Would make up for the rotten luck we've had so far. I'm kind of tempted to just go into the what's it called? Chunk finder, I think. And just figure out where the villages in this world are, 'cause I don't know, man. They're not this hard to find usually. Or maybe I'm just used to playing mods where there's like modded villages that appear very often. Like the modded villages with castle walls and stuff like that. I think I actually lived in kind of one of those in the Lost Experiment T3K. And I call it Lost Experiment because it's no longer canon in the lore. The messy, jumbled up lore that is the Experiment series. Man. Poor Tarzan Oxmally cannot find any villages. His hopping through the trees is fruitless. I think I saw a desert over there. Nope. I'm just going crazy. Wait, there is a desert. But it's not where I saw the desert. You know, I can't tell if I'm crazy or not. Now, a desert might be a good spot to look around in for a village. Because they're just big, flat, empty expanses. So you should be able to spot something if it is there. I'm starting to wonder if I accidentally turned off structure spawning. I don't remember doing it. But from what I've seen, it's entirely possible. I have not seen a structure as far as I can remember. It's making me kind of concerned. I wonder if there's a way to check that other than going back to the first episode and hoping that I didn't cut out where I created the world. Huh. Alright, there's a village. That is confirmation that structures are spawning. Now, just how useful this village is going to be, we shall see. Is that red wood? What? Oh, it's clay. Right. Have acacia saplings, tall grass, normal grass, and some seeds. Cartography table. I'll take that. Actually, I should just take these whole chests. Oops. That's... I need that. Unless I already made one. No! I did not mean to set my spawn point there. That's not good. Haven't actually seen this variation of villager. Actually, let's get all the villagers. And this might be the most underpopulated village I have ever seen. Really? 3 villagers and an iron golem. Golem. Oh, there's a 4th guy. And none of them have stuff from all the stuff flying around. Just right. Wait. Let's see. Does this guy have a profession? He doesn't. Right. I guess we will explore a bit more, see if we can find another village. And if we don't, I think I'm gonna end at about 40 minutes. So, got 3-ish more minutes. So, and my headset just said that my battery's low, so. Uh-oh. Don't know why I even did that. It's dangerously close to falling in lava. Village. It's a black sheep. Starved. Hello, village. Maybe there's one over here in the green. Plains village. Or a forest village. Does this say flower plains? Yeah, it is. Let's see. Is it a flower forest that's rare? Or is that just completely off? I know that a mushroom forest is rare. Is it a... I don't think it's called that. Huh, a bee. I have not seen bees with my own Minecraft eyes until now. Oh man. How wondrous. And how convenient that it happened now. Right before I'm gonna leave. Just gonna keep going. And here's the problem. Like, I don't ever want to stop going, you know? Because it's like, well, what if I stopped right before I found a village with awesome stuff, you know? Like, what if I had just went a little further and I would have seen a village? Man, broke my shield. Why'd you do that? I needed that. I think I'm just gonna keep doing it. We're gonna go until we discover a village. I need a village in my life. Seem to be running low on food. Can't even blame server lag for that. It's just the game being weird. Ouch! Off. Do not like that. I do not want to be eaten by zombos. Don't think anyone wants to be eaten by zombos. I think that's kind of the point. Dude, I just want a village, dude. I just want a village, dude. Ha. It's easy, so you can't beat me. You didn't drop anything, though. Man. Might have to concede. Might have to throw in the towel. Might have to exit. Might have to give up. Might have to retire. Might have to I don't know anymore. No. Extremely intense music. Next to doggos. No use taming them though, 'cause I'm gonna have to die anyway. Unless they'll get teleported to where I respawn. But I don't have any bones, so it doesn't matter. So I'm just gonna leave. It doesn't look natural, but it is. 'Cause there's no other explanation. Ouch. Quit. Don't do it. What would have been awesome as if this song had played as soon as I had seen a village. Have I gone in a circle? Am I back in the same flower forest? Not flower forest, flower plains. Is this a flower plains? Or is this just flowers in a normal plains? It's just flowers in a normal plains. Cool. Just gonna run in this direction. Actually, I might go that way. Try and stay on the flat as long as possible. Except it's also flat this way. Man, this is like prime village location. Flat ground, plenty of pigs and sheep around. What more could you ask for? I guess a couple trees and some water. It's easy, so you can't do anything. Spamming doesn't work anymore, that's right. It's gonna kill me. Because my headphones just used the worst opportunities to say battery low. And I'm out of food almost. Now I'm out of conventional food. If I'm using conventional the correct way. I think conventional means normal. So many birch trees because it's a birch forest. This is just a normal forest because it's got a mixture. Death may claim me soon. Ooh. Zombie villager. Don't know if that means anything. Man, I just got hunger on both of those. What is the chance to get hunger on these, actually? Dark Forest? Woodland Mansion? At all? Really? A Woodland Mansion would make up for the atrocity that is only finding one village. Man, this actually sucks. That one didn't give hunger. Might as well go to the full hour now. As close as we can, at least. But if I die, I'm out. Need some rehydration. Yum. I'm starting to wonder if a worse world could exist for getting... That was a weird sound. And it made me lose my train of thought. Oh, this is... I don't think you could find a worse world for finding naturally generated villages. This is actually terrible. Or maybe I just went in the worst direction possible for finding them. Is that something up there? It doesn't actually look like it. This walking is driving me nuts. Of course. How could it get any worse? Man, just give me something. Anything. I'm almost out of food. I'm going through the desert. Help, please. Hey, a donkey. Or a mule. Or an ass. Don't have a saddle. Don't know what I'm doing. Hey, yo. Now this works. I just need to not starve. And I cannot fall down it. Because just falling down it and trying not to land on the pressure plate is gonna get me killed. Gonna have to be very strategic. Would this kill me? I cannot take any risk. Okay. Alright. So, just gotta slowly, carefully, make my way down. Okay. Alright. Loop. 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 literally awful. I didn't think that. Whoa. Desert temples had that bad of loot. Well, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna get all of the TNT except one. Don't need that. I can spare a torch. Alright. Here we go. It's the end of the stream.